Welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence. Today we're going to take a look at the Masters of the Universe Origins, Skeletor 200X, and He-Man 200X. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't have anything to compare these to. And what I mean by that is I didn't collect the that style of figures, but I collect the Origins, and obviously I remember the original. So, we'll quickly take a look at it. I do think they look pretty cool. And I've heard some people say they like them, other people say they don't. Let's be honest, it is a, 5.5-inch figure that's made to look like, Origin. So, there's Skeletor. You got your rocks blasting out. His bubble package. Tell you there's Masters of the Universe here. So anytime they do something like this, it pretty much means that it comes from a different form of media. So I like that. Gives you the 40th anniversary. You can clearly see that Skeletor is a little different. I'm sure the body and buck is pretty much the exact same, like all Masters of the Universe. And then here on the back, he has a havoc staff. He's just blasting away some rock, I guess. I must have missed something. And here's the cross-sell of the wave. Again, 4 figures. I'll be doing Montana later on this week. So I did get these from Big Bad Toys. They are available. I have not seen them at all at Target in Michigan here. I was waiting. So here's He-Man. Now this one, he looks completely different, although you can tell that it's He-Man. His symbol is different, his waist is different, and his face is way different. But I actually think it looks pretty nice, to be honest. I think it looks better than what the original He-Man Origins look like that they gave us. And here you see him changing from Prince Adam to He-Man with the artwork. And I think the artwork is wonderful. I really do. And I figured I would review these together because you don't really need to do a huge amount with these Motu. We all pretty much know what they're, how they move. So anyway, take a look at it. I'd love to hear your comments and see what you guys think of it. I really do like this line. I mean, I've collected it. It took me a little while to get into it because I was trying to avoid it. But it's really grabbed me, that's for sure. So anyway, let's pop these bad boys open. We'll take a look at them. And like I said, I want to hear what you have to say. Make a comment, and while you're at it, like the video and subscribe. So, all right, so here we have it. Figures are out. I'll look at it again. Again, here's the bubble. They did change how the weapons go in. They're no longer in a bag where you have to cut it. I like this way better. I like that they sit behind it. I really don't need to see the weapons for the most part. Again, I don't really care about the bubbles. I get rid of them. And believe it or not, this is the first card that I've actually ripped. So, but if you're like me and you keep these, there's 2 of them I kind of already showed you, how they look. I love the artwork. I guess if I ever decide to sell it, then I can say I at least have the card. But the easy way to keep it is if you have one of these Sunman boxes or the Triclop box or whichever one, just slides right in. And they fit absolutely perfect. And they don't take up a lot of space because we as collectors have some issues keeping a lot of things we probably shouldn't. And then here comes, how to take them apart. The little instruction book. I don't think too many of us need to figure out how to take it apart or what it comes with. But sadly enough, I actually do keep these. And here is the book. And again, with every wave, so there's 4 figures in a wave, they all come with the exact same comic. So I did look at this with Pighead. And it tells a little story, but there's no bubbles, there's no writing. So you pretty much create your own story. You can see what's going on. As I mentioned, it's kind of like the silent interlude of G.I. Joe 21. But pretty cool. I know a lot of people seem to like that there's no bubbles. I've heard that they do that because they don't want to have different languages, so they just decided if we put it out there without any bubbles, that's what you have. You don't have to do different languages. So, look at Skeletor first. I like this Skeletor. I've heard some people kind of complain about him. I like the way he looks, but I don't have any attachment to the 200X Skeletor. I have heard people say something about his Havoc staff not being big enough. This is a darker purple. It seems to be a little stiffer. Maybe I'm just confused. Maybe it's just the plastic. So, I believe this is the exact same Havoc staff that normal Skeletors come with. And he comes with this big, gaudy sword. I honestly don't like it. I don't like the double handle. It looks kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm just so used to the classic power sword look. But I'm not a big fan of it, but hey, who cares? So anyway, looking at the face, I like the way it looks. The eyes have a kind of glow look to them. They don't glow, I don't believe. But he's got this nice purple. The shoulder covers are black. And then he's got the little red dot in the middle. So I like that it's just not one plain color. Now, underneath here, his cover here, that is all one color. Then you look at the back. He's got black. He's got his wristbands. He's got his little, they're not boots. I'm not really sure what you would call them, but. So, go over the articulation. T-pose. Bicep pose, almost 90 degrees. Wrists can go in or out, and they obviously swivel. Head goes back and forth, up and down. You can obviously throw on another Skeletor. We have a bunch of them already. Put on a Skeletor head if you want to see how that looks. His knee bend is about 90 degrees. And he's got ankle rockers. Shins do turn back and forth. They actually got the boot cut right here. And he can pretty much do the Jean-Claude Van Damme splits. They got nice size feet, so you don't really need a stand to hold them, but they do have pegs. But you do need one. So we throw his sword in here, and then his Havoc staff. There you go. And he really looks like he's leaning to one side. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. He seemed like that from the moment I got it. Almost like one leg is just too long. It's kind of weird. So we have He-Man. And quickly look at his articulation. Got a paint scuff right there, so he can pretty much get a T-pose. And then he's got the almost 90-degree bicep pose. And these are just big hulking arms. I'd say I'd love to have arms that big, but I don't really work out that much, so I'm not going to get them. Again, I do like the face sculpt. I think if you take it off, if you change the hair, I think it's the same face sculpt that the classic He-Man is supposed to be. But then his chest piece is different. It's got a couple different paint apps. You got silver, red, gold, got the brown. Goes around to the back, and here you have a spot for his axe. Or his sword. Skeletor. Skeletor doesn't. It just kind of fits right underneath it. And this Skeletor really seems like he's leaning side to side. Knees almost 90 degrees. Boot cut. Ankle rockers. And he can do the Jean-Claude Van Damme. He actually kind of looks like Jean-Claude Van Damme. We better not say that too loud, so we might cast him as He-Man. And again, he's got a nice silver belt that goes around. Got some paint apps. So it looks pretty nice. It clearly looks way different than the normal He-Man. And I like it. I actually think it looks pretty good, to be honest. So, I'll reiterate, I don't know much about the 200X. So, here you have his big axe, which I think people said it was actually supposed to be bigger. But it does have some detail on it. There's no paint apps, just all one color, but it does have some nice detail. I guess I'm just not a huge fan of that. The sword, I like the sword. It just has one handle. But I guess I've fallen in love with the power sword and how it looks. But they did a really nice job with this, in my opinion. And no paint apps, that would have kind of made it look a little bit better sticking out. But I like that there's some detail to it. And then you have his shield, which they did put the red paint apps on it. And once again, they give him two thumb wrestling hands. I like these hands way better than the open hand that actually is all messed up. I've never understood the messed up fingers. But I really do wish with the shields they'd find a better way than this to pop on. This one actually went on pretty easily, but normally there's always an issue where it kind of wants to pop off. So there's He-Man. I don't know if his sword is too big. Let's see. All right, there we go. Throw his axe back here. And he looks pretty menacing, and he seems to be leaning to one side too. I think I'm going to have to play with these figures a little bit more and figure out why each of them seem to be just leaning both that way. I know my house isn't leaning. At least I hope it's not. So anyway, there's your He-Man and Skeletor. I think they look pretty good together. I actually like the designs of these. I think they're, it's unique, that's for sure. So, all right, we'll wrap it up. All right, so there you have it. That is the He-Man and Skeletor 200X. I just did them at the same time. Pretty much they go together. I'm thinking this may be the new run of He-Man and Skeletor that you're going to get. They took off the evergreen He-Man and Skeletor. You don't see them on the pegs anymore, so you got to have those to have your bad guy. So maybe this will be the new ones. You know, I straightened their legs up, and I don't know, again, just looking at them, they both seem to be leaning to the right a little bit. It's kind of odd. I don't know if the other figures do that. I've never really noticed any other figures doing that. So anyway, and that's it. Honestly, I do my best with these. Once I get into some of the newer figures, stuff that's not from the classics, I love doing the G.I. Joe because I can compare them to the O-ring, because I have the majority of the O-rings that the figures that have come out and that are coming out. So, but Master of the Universe is a little bit different for me, but I love them. So, I like doing my review, throwing them out there. Again, these figures haven't really come out yet. You can get them on Big Bad Toys. I know people found them at Targets over in like California and stuff, but nothing here in Michigan. And again, if you can find them, they were still $15 on the app. So take advantage of that, that's for sure. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. If you want to follow me on social medias, again, Twitter and Instagram, A Punk with Toys. Facebook group, which I'll post a link to the video. Punks with Toys. It's a Facebook group. Just trying to grow it and have fun and see everyone's toys. So anyway, I'm out of here. You know the drill. Like the video. Subscribe. And here's a video for you and a playlist for you. Take care. Have a wonderful night and happy toy hunting.